Why?
Okay. Well, basically, it was going to be several weeks on the journey. They were on their way to a dwarven city, obviously, since it's a dwarven slave ship. Most of the crew is made up of humans, though, besides the. Let me see if I can remember. The first mate, who is a dwarf.
Okay.
Okay. And unfortunately, this was like the last minute, like trying to round up what they could before the Cinderfall. So the storms are brewing. It's going to happen pretty soon, and you can tell because the stop.
And here we are on a wooden boat.
Yeah.
Oh, god damn it. I had to...
Does anybody have athletics? Because I don't.
I
Oh.
don't have it natural. I don't have the skill, but I have like a strength of 5.
I think I only
so-
have like a 4 athletics, yeah. I only have a 3 athletics with my armor, but I have a feeling that I don't have armor on right now.
More than likely, mine is negative.
Okay.
Now,
I've got a plus.
Oh
8.
yeah, your strength is -1, and then... Oh wait, you're not using heavy armor anymore.
Not yet.
now I've only placed important NPC tokens, so just know that those people are going to come up later. There are more crew members than it shows on the ship.
So these are just the important people.
Yeah, I'm going to tend to do that a lot. Because I don't need to be searching for tokens every single time I need an NPC.
It's just Schmo the Soldier!
Oh, Nick. Well, you probably don't need to worry about it now, but there's one really nice trick you can do, where if you go add resource to library up there under file, and just hit browse on that folder icon, you can actually make a folder and call it tokens or something, and just add that resource to your library, and then every time you need a token, you can just go to your sidebar and just drag and drop something from wherever you need it.
Yeah, but all my character art right now, it's not cropped or anything, so... Anyway, as the storm draws closer, which it's looking like it's going to be anywhere from a couple hours to a couple of days...
Is this a
Everyone's-
firestorm or just something else?
Cinderfall, it's the Storm of Fire.
Okay.
This is the firestorm. And I'm doing it at the beginning of the game so that I don't have to worry about it during the game.
And it's kind of cool because it gives the game off to a nice big start. It's kind of like Welcome to Burning Skies.
Welcome to Burning Skies. Have some burning skies.
Yep.
Burning!
You're taking
Fire!
that kind of literally at this point, then.
Fire!
So this is one of the RPGs where we just start off in the middle of a volcano.
Hell yeah.
You
Why not?
start in the middle of an erupting volcano. Good
Actually, a
fucking
volcano
luck.
In the middle of the ocean.
Huh?
Have
And
fun.
here I thought this was gonna be easy.
Hell no.
This is a Nick game.
No, it's never going to be easy with me.
You play balls hardcore mode when you play these games.
Good.
Actually, my games are relatively easy because you're not really going to die all that often, if at all, so...
Nick is really creative when it comes
Welcome to die.
to that. Because I remember
You
one
know, out
time.
of all of you, I think I'm the one who's died more than anyone else because I think I've been closer than anyone else with dying.
I had two
Well, my
characters
character
die in the
died.
same game.
Brant died, remember?
Well,
was
it's,
gonna say,
it's
oh,
usually
Nick-
that I either get, like, 2 deaths door, like, if we weren't using Pathfinder rules with Vaughn's game, I would have already had Vorl die, and my very first character would have died, but Darren
that-
just decided to be really nice with that.
I
Yeah,
didn't wanna be-
marking everything within 5 squares of you when there are, like, 10 targets does not get you good results.
Does if you have high enough armor.
Okay.
I was playing a paladin wearing heavy armor, and I think
after all
Darren
that,
rolled
CP
like 2
loader does not
criticals, 3
Oh, yeah.
18s, and a 19.
Not good enough!
Yeah, that was just bad rolls.
Anyway,
And then there were the skeletons the session before.
Okay, let's get going. There's a storm.
just everyone
Yes, there is.
on the
Yes,
ship
there is.
now, the crew and the guests, everyone starting to sort of eye the lifeboats, of which they have 2 capable of holding 12 people each.
Women and children first.
I'm looking at the storm and smiling, saying, "Your wrath."
For the past several days, you've sort of just been following along a cliff face trying to get to the dwarven city of Ironbreak. And the water is starting to get really choppy. There are fire bursts up in the sky every once in a while. And the helmsman is shouting out orders while the lookouts just trying to get everyone where they need to be. And it's not really going too well, because right now they're just trying to not hit the giant cliff face.
And meanwhile, I'm on top of it, helping out as much as I can to not get everybody killed. Like, I'm pulling ropes, I'm pulling ropes, I'm fastening them down, I'm hoisting the main sails, all that good stuff.
Okay. Is anyone else doing anything to prepare, or...
Yeah, I'm gonna help.
I'm probably just in the bottom. So
So how many masts
rowing.
does the ship have?
The ship actually has 2.
Okay. Because if it had 3, I was going to ask where the foremast was. And because you said there was 3, if there was a foremast, that would make it mizzen. Woo!
Make it what?
Mizzen. Mizzen mast. Nautical puns. Ha ha ha.
I don't know nautical puns.
It's a bad
moving on now.
It's a bad one.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Anyways.
help Edgar with the masts and all that cool stuff.
I'm gonna double check the lifeboats to make sure that they work. So that's why I'm in it. So
Yep.
At the same time, several crew members, as well as the first mate and a warforged that's been along the entire journey, are helping to secure lifelines.
Mhm.
Now, it's only several days away from your destination. Unfortunately, that means you are going to hit the storm eventually. So, I'm going to do a little jump here ahead of your preparations to where the storm begins.
Finally, my character builder loads up. Fucking thing.
Do you really need to go out, Gypsy?
And below deck, Grim, tell you what you're seeing. There's a young man who's part of the crew who's just sort of like hiding away in one of the corners, and a man with light armor and a sword at his hip who's just sort of been like walking down the aisles the whole time, even while the
Singing
storm.
do what diddy diddy dum diddy do.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay.
Because he looks like a douche. Super douche with a sword.
Super douche, da 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 da. Super
Da, da,
douche,
da.
super douche, super douche, da 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 da.
I think I know the first person I'm going to be killing in this game.
Let me guess. Has this guy been picking and prodding Grim's character the entire time?
He hasn't really said anything the entire time. Every once in a while, he'll check the chains that are the shackles, and otherwise he just sort of patrols below deck. When you don't see him, he's usually eating.
Alright.
So
seems like
he's
stoic
the he's the strong silent douche.
Exactly.
Strong enough for a man?
But just right for a woman.
Okay, well, seeing as I'm a slave, I have to wonder, how are you going to be dealing with my equipment? Like, am I just going to be? Is that going to have been taken away from me and put in the?
You'll see. It'll all be
Okay.
conveniently placed. Jeez.
You conveniently find a pile of everything you'd ever wanted.
I was gonna say it's more like it's more listed on the top of the thing. It says convenient pile.
And
Oh,
it just has oh god, I'm just imagining like having multiple people playing slaves and just having like convenient pile and then just having the character's name listed under each of them.
No, that's not gonna happen. But once the storm starts, and this is the lighter portion of it, you notice small, almost like ping pong ball sized balls of ash and fire just like falling. And as that happens, there are small just fire bursts up in the sky. And the first thing to go is the mast and the sail.
So,
Yeah, I'd figure the thin
Now-
piece
now
of
it's
fabric
officially
would catch on
mizzen.
fire.
I still don't know what mizzen is.
I'm sure it's not funny anyways.
All right, so let's get the. So, it hit the mast. Is it actually burning up quickly, or is it still on just like small bits of fire?
The sail is struck several times, and there are basically like big burnt holes where the fire had gone through, and the cinders that land on deck are starting to burn through, and the slaves below can both see the hot cinders, and some of them are getting hit by them.
So pretty much what we're saying here is I can't stamp anything out.
Even if you could, it's gonna get a lot fucking worse.
Oh,
You
shit.
can. It is going to get worse, though. Right now, some of the crew are trying to take buckets of water, and a fog is just like forming around the entire horizon from where steam is getting lifted off of the surface of the ocean.
Weren't we still several days away from our destination anyways?
Yeah.
I skipped ahead just a little bit. Basically,
Okay.
just
Well, I'm
say
wondering
that this
how
was the
far
start.
away it would be from it. Like, if there's actually a chance, or if these people are just kind of holding on to false hope.
It's less than a day left.
Okay,
Okay.
so we're literally just rushing it to the end.
I make sure that there's no fire in the lifeboat.
Hell yeah.
Okay,
I'll keep the lifeboat safe, guys!
if they're gonna do that, I'm going to be running around trying to get new sails up, or asking if there's any like replacement sails, just in case this situation has happened before, and we're going to.
I
those
don't think you
sails
could put up any sails that quickly.
Well, he's doing
could
what he
try.
can. I mean, we
up.
could
I'm
just
trying
jump
my
around and
hardest.
yeah, I'm gonna be helping him with that because I mean, we could just be jumping around saying, "Oh God, it's hopeless, we're all gonna die," or we could be trying to do
Like-
something.
Like some people, I won't name. Casey.
I'm in character.
All right, when you're
His character
you're
is kind of a bitch.
where an extra sail would be, which obviously you would have to ask pretty loud. It's starting to get like where you have to shout over everyone now. The
Okay, so I'm going to be shouting over everybody. We need a new sail.
and the Warforged actually is the first to answer, and he says that they're in the
Robot
storage
noises.
below, and his voice makes you feel uncomfortable.
Hell yeah. Nobody
In your
likes a steak.
pants.
I absolutely love you're a storage Nick.
Yeah, that was the last thing I did. It's literally just a
Okay.
brown box. There were barrels in it,
Okay.
and I had to delete it.
Alright, I'm gonna go down to the storage then.
And the storage is just a brown box. You don't have to go to that map if you don't want to.
Alright, so I go down to the storage, search around, and grab the mast, I'm guessing.
Right.
Do I have to make,
now-
like, a perception check or anything? Or is it pretty obvious where they are?
I'll have a perception test, but on your way down through the slave area of the ship, you're actually stopped by the man with the sword and asks what's going on.
The masts are on fire. The masts are on fire. We need to replace them as soon as possible, I say in a grim term. Now, could you please... Now, if you would be so kind, move away.
He steps off and directs the boy to help you out, and the young boy who was hiding in the corner comes out to try and help you.
I look over at him. Interesting that you would send a boy to do a man's job.
I think he's just sending you to show you where the masts are.
Not the masts, the sails. The masts are
Sails.
great
The
big
mast
telephone
is a
pole looking
wood part,
things. You don't really have spare masts.
I
on
know
that
I
ship.
used the wrong word. Doesn't matter, you know exactly what I meant.
I just do that and then I run over to where it is. Alright, and I'm
So-
gonna do a perception check then.
Go right ahead.
I'll do one too, by the way. I'm gonna make one too. Oh, nice. All right, I'm helping him look for him, and I guess I see something. Hopefully.
Okay.
I look over in the corner, obviously passing over the thing that looks like blankets, but it's actually a sail.
Yeah. Edgar, in a rush, just goes over them
I
several
don't
times
see them anywhere.
because he's just panicked at the moment.
All I see are these bed sheets!
And Amontos
Strangely,
runs
they have
over.
onion rings on them. I don't get that.
Onion rings?
It's a spoony joke.
Amontos sees them and grabs them.
Yep.
Alright, I help him upstairs then, moving people out of the way.
Yep.
I'm good at pushing people around.
Yeah, me too. All right, people, coming through, move it.
Now, by the time you get back up to where the slaves are, you can see that there are actually big holes in the wooden ceiling, which would be the deck, obviously.
Oh shit.
Are they big enough that I have to like jump across them, or are they small enough
The
that?
ceiling, not the floor.
No,
He's
I'm
talking about when he gets up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're big enough to fit your arm through.
okay. So I can just literally just tiptoe over them. Gotcha.
Yeah. But it's still not a good thing right now, because that means it's only a matter of time before they break through the bottom of the ship.
Yeah.
All right, as soon as I get up there, I'm going to tell everybody that we're going to need some hands downstairs to start preparing the buckets, and we're going to need to preparing the buckets because we're going to need to crap. What is that called when you're throwing
Pail.
the water? We're about to need to pail the boat.
Bail the boat of fire, just like try and catch the fire in your buckets.
No. When the
Yeah, no.
boat starts getting up. Oh, and I suggest if they have any wax or anything like that, or any more pitch, I suggest putting that down.
Okay.
Actually, forget the pitch, because that's actually stupid.
Yeah, that's probably a bad idea.
Well, forget the pitch.
I have no idea what's going on right now.
Pitch is tar. And pitch is very flammable.
Yep.
Let's take all the alcohol barrels that are down there and put them on the top of the ship. That should
Awesome
help.
idea. No.
Absolutely.
The lookout now has already climbed down from the crow's nest, and he's back on the deck, and he's starting to prepare the lifeboats for some of the guests and the crewmates because he knows that it's not going to go well. He's an older man. You can tell he's been on the sea for a while now, so he knows when a ship's going to go down.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna hold out as much hope as humanly possible. Until it's too late.
Okay.
So you see me and Montos just grabbing the sails, and I'm saying, put it like this. No, loop it like this. And I say like at 1, 2, 3, pull, and we start pulling the thing up.
All
The
right.
thing I'm curious about is how the lifeboats are going to go down like that as well.
It's because I'm there.
Less chance, smaller target.
And
Pretty
because
much.
I'm
They
preventing
have
it.
they have tarps over the lifeboats right now. They're not too bad off. However, something that the crewmates and the guests know at least is that there is a thin sheet of metal on the bottoms of the boats. When you get into the water, you flip them over and swim.
Cool.
I was actually thinking about that, but I didn't realize that there was metal underneath it, so I figured that would just be a bad idea.
Oh Christ, I don't want to do that. Rust my suit like nobody's business.
It'd be better than dying.
Yeah, but
Alright, you-
salt water on armor.
Hell
Yeah.
it shouldn't
very-
be too bad so long as you manage to take care of it afterwards.
Yeah, it's like I need to give a. I
The
probably
thing
have to
I
give
was
Estes
thinking more
a
about was the
service
fact
for
of
rubbing
swimming with that armor.
Oh no, I have scale armor on, so I'm good.
Scale armor? Isn't that
Yeah.
that's still pretty heavy, isn't it?
It's heavy, but you don't get any
Penalties.
penalties to swimming or stuff like that. You only
Uh-huh.
get a speed penalty.
Mhm.
That's why it's better than chainmail.
All right,
Also
now,
better than
Montos
plate.
and
Huh?
Edgar, you have both managed to get the sail about a quarter way up.
Okay.
It's kind of a struggle, especially with the fact that while it's raining fire, once you get the sail up, it looks like it's probably going to get hit again.
Shit.
Now, was there any of the guests that wanted to get on the lifeboat that the lookout was loading?
Sure, why not?
I have no fucking idea what I plan on doing.
You plan
You're
on
doing
sitting
shit.
in your cage and burning.
Yeah.
Is that the one I'm in?
They're going to be fine.
Or is that the other one?
No, you're in the boat. Remember?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
lifeboat.
it's the one that you're in.
Okay.
The lookout's right there next to you. The
Okay.
the older gentleman with the white hair.
Is he a dwarf or is he a human?
He's a human.
I paid a lot of good money to be on this trip.
Well, I guess you picked the wrong time to do it, lass.
I give a weird look and shake my head a couple times.
Yeah, you could have waited a month when fire wasn't going to be raining from the sky, but you know,
Then
whatever.
there'll be no boats.
Oh yeah. Now they have to
Yes,
rebuild.
because no one has any way of protecting a boat after like hundreds of years of fire falling from the sky.
They don't. That's why they have to rebuild them every year.
Because
Yeah,
there are so many forests around when every forest is burning.
Well,
They have
to-
like every forest, there
They
are
have to use their-
actually...
Their magic.
Yeah, we're
sorcerers
kinda
to-
Yeah, the
Wood.
magic forest which the elves guard, I'm sure they'll let you cut down all of their trees.
Actually,
of them.
there are some trees that are fire resistant.
Oh, and Dungeons and Dragons? Okay.
No, not in Dungeons and Dragons. I mean in real life.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Like sequoia trees, fire is actively part of their life cycle. The shells on the seeds are so thick they actually have to burn a bit before it can actually crack open and have the new tree start growing.
Really?
Yep.
Cool.
Really?
And I don't know if you realize this, but actually, fire departments fight wildfires in forests by starting another fire. So a lot of those fires put themselves out.
I see the
Yes,
logic
but when
there.
fire is raining down from every single point in the sky, I think it's kind of fucked anyways.
If it was raining down from every single point in the sky, you'd all be dead
We'd
already.
be pissing our
Yeah.
pants. We'd be pissing our pants in fear if this ever happened in real life.
Think more
This
like
would
actual rain. There are areas where you're going to be able to go where it's not going to hit you, where the rain has stopped or
Think
slowed down
this
for a
is
moment.
what the Romans must have felt like when Pompeii was exploding.
Yay, Pompeii!
So
chocolate
if you're
volcano.
not, if you don't like that analogy, sorry. It's the closest I got to knowing how, like fire coming down from the sky is gonna be. Because rarely is there a firestorm, I think.
Alright. Well, if there's no one else getting on the first lifeboat, Rosa and the small
I think
boy...
I said I was getting on the
and-
first one, though.
Yeah, you did. Rosa, the small boy, and what was it, Delphina? Something like
Delphina.
that. As well as a lot of the crew and all the other guests have loaded onto.
Okay, I look over to the crew, if they're gonna get on there, and I'm gonna give them a roaring speech. Do not give up on this ship yet! We need to make it a little bit far. We need it to make it a little bit farther so that our young ones can swim closer to the shores. There are dangerous animals here. We must continue forward until the fire reaches down from the masts. Diplomacy.
Yeah, make it diplomacy. Roll another
Okay.
one. Roll
With
another
that-
one.
With that 12 charisma.
11.
11.
Meh.
I get one guy who's like, "You're right." He's the psychotic one. With the helmet
See, the
on.
funny thing is, if this is my character, I'd just be using intimidation. Stay the fuck on the ship!
Now the lookout who was going to get on the boat as well stays on the ship, and he motions for one of the other crew members to take his place because he's going to be a little more help than a lot of those guys. And he starts helping you with the sail.
I clap him on the shoulder and I thank him for his generousness.
Alright, and he says, "You can thank me if we survive."
I plan to.
And that lifeboat is getting dropped down.
Yay!
So about how bad is it getting down here?
You can now actually see most of above deck. Some of the slaves have large burns. Some of the crew has large burns.
And some of
One
the
or-
crews, George Burns.
One or two of the crew have actually died, and you can see like partially charred corpses hanging over like the edge of the deck that has been burned away.
Okay. I hate to interrupt this, Nick, but the Vaughn argument of George Burns, that would be kind of hilarious because he'd be lighting his cigar on the burnt holes of the bodies. I always thought I was going down flaming, but, this is taken a little bit too literally, in my opinion.
I'm half tempted just to use my daily to get damage reduction.
You're gonna be alright, because here's where you're gonna be confused. The douchebag mercenary guy is breaking all the chains on the slaves.
No, that makes sense. Slaves are your package. They are your property. They are your money. You don't want to lose that. You don't want to lose your money.
I think they only have enough lifeboats for the passengers that are not slaves.
He kind of
but
hesitates
think
for
how-
a second when he sees you, but then he breaks your shackles, and he starts leading you all down to the storage, if you want to follow him.
Why not?
Oh, I see what's going on here. We're gonna be drinking Kool-Aid now.
Yeah, if we're gonna die, we may as well be drunk.
Didn't get the Jonestown's reference. Gotcha.
Nope. You guys have actually been making references today that I haven't got. It's kind of weird.
Jim Jones led a cult
And I
of
never
people
get them in the
down-
first place.
Jim Jones led a cult of people down South Africa.
Oh no, right, I got that.
And
the,
Oh, I thought your reference would actually be funny.
No.
Okay, well then I understood it too.
well, it's still a dark joke.
What are you, Sam?
Yeah.
No.
No.
No, I'm Rolo T.
Uh-oh.
Anyways, bad jokes aside, what's going on?
All right, the lifeboat that's off the ship, they've flipped it over, and now you can see just the metal sort of like floating bunker just going away on the current.
I yell over to the older guy. Deceptively clever!
The boulder guy?
No, I said
older.
Older, okay.
Yes, the boulder guy. There's a Goron on the ship.
Yep.
No, what I was thinking of was the boulder from Avatar.
Jeez.
That's funny.
The boulder will not be... The boulder will not be taken down by fire! The boulder is too strong!
Yep.
And silence.
Okay then.
Yep.
Well, anyway, down below storage, he's actually taking stuff out of the barrels and loading you guys into them.
That's pretty funny.
He
Oh,
puts a
God.
little straw and let me guess, he puts a little straw right on top of the lid of the barrels. Says, breathe through this.
No. You're not thinking of just how funny this is. Okay, think of the size of a barrel. My character is 7'4", 300 pounds.
That's a really
Oh
big
yeah, your
barrel.
ass is sinking. Your-
It depends on the size of the barrel. You can get some pretty big barrels.
I'm just imagining my character in like it's just like a really tiny barrel.
Yeah.
A little tight around the chest, if you will.
There's your barrel, Grim.
Let me see. I keep going to the wrong chat room.
Like I said, you can get some really big barrels.
Yeah.
Well, dwarves do really like drinking.
Oh, we've lost 3 of the huge casks. What will be drink tomorrow?
Oh God, that's pretty accurate.
Obviously, after they run out of alcohol, the only other choice is animal piss.
Yep.
Is what?
We've run
Animal
out of
piss.
alcohol. I better drink my own piss.
Oh, okay.
Can't drink your own
I've
piss.
heard-
It's all full of snake poison.
Dwarves are Bear Grylls.
What? My urine is full of snake poison? Better drink my own piss. That's his answer
That
to
would
everything.
Probably make it better, just to be honest. Alright,
Okay, so he's being stuffed down in a barrel.
yes. Above deck, you've managed to get the sail up, and it's doing a little better than the last one. I think this one being their backup was made to be a little more durable.
A
That's
little
right.
more fire resistant, if you
Yeah, a
will.
little more fire resistant.
We put plastic on the outside of it.
That would be worse.
We laminated it.
They put a nice lacquer on it.
Look, now you can write on it with these dry erase markers.
Just draw a little. Just have poorly drawn pirate skull on the mast. Not mast. The sail.
Pirates.
It's a frowny face.
A bearded frowny face.
Alright, so we're handling that. Is the other lifeboat dropping out with all the women and children folk?
The other lifeboat, well, the first lifeboat's already dropped out. The second lifeboat, nobody has gotten onto yet. Because
Alright, I
some
yell
of the
at...
crew and everyone else is still trying to get everything done as much as they can.
Alright, is there anybody we can spare? Is there anybody we can spare to get some other people to the the more innocent people to the lifeboats? Or are we just occupied with this?
Innocent
right now?
people, this is a slave ship, sir.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes,
yeah.
seriously, you are on a slave ship. You probably feel dirty just being on this ship.
No, there were still people who paid for just a regular voyage on the ship, which
That's what I
they've
meant,
already
like
gotten
guests.
off.
Alright, if the guests gotten off, we don't have to worry about them, so that's good. We're holding on fine, so let's try our best to not burn down with the ship now.
Now here's the horrifying part. As you get the sail all the way up, you pulling on the ropes rips the mast up from the burnt deck.
Damn.
Did you just make the entire mast just fall?
Yes, I did.
I was speaking towards Darren, since his character was the
I
one
control
pulling
the
it.
world.
I was always
I'm the master of all!
I am the master of the mast.
I was always well, I am a good masturbator. I'm sorry.
Was
I
there
had
just
to
a
try.
masturbation joke?
Yeah.
No, no, it wasn't.
I'm sorry. Anyways, moving out of that.
Oh man, it just got really hot in my room.
Anyways,
That's pretty
my character
Oh my
actually
god,
says-
I'm so hot! Oh!
My character actually says, my father always told me I was a bit strong.
You hear someone yelling from below deck, "Get over yourself!"
Smell isn't everything, is shouted from the lifeboat.
Ugh. Some people are just inconsiderate.
Shit, I might be in a barrel now, so.
The fire's burnt through the part where the slaves were at too. It's gotten down to the storage, and there's starting to be small holes. And the man with his sword is just breaking through the bottom of the ship. He's gonna get a barrel of his own after he gets through it.
So this bitch is sinking. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, they're breaking out through the bottom so that they actually
Alright.
have a way out. And
Alright?
Ship's going down one way or the other. If we make a hole in the bottom, not much is going to happen.
You'll
If
be
we got
surprised.
fire coming down and water coming from below, they might cancel each other out.
Eureka!
Well, the ship might not burn, but.
Anyways, crap. Do I know that this is happening?
You can, like, partially see it through the burnt flooring. If you want to really see what's going on, make a perception check.
My wonderful perception check.
Yes, your wonderful perception check that gave you a 1 on your first roll in the game. And you just rolled a... No, Amantos rolled a 20.
Yeah.
And
And I
Darren
rolled
rolled
a
a 2.
2.
Good
I'm
thing you
getting
got me
better.
with you. Good thing you got me with you is all I can say.
The sky is so pretty!
I'm more distracted by the mass falling.
Yeah, you are just completely distracted by that. Number one, you had to get out of the way because it fell towards you. You were pulling the ropes and it fell toward you. Amantos dodges out of the way, and when he falls and just lands like just barely hanging over the deck where it's been burnt, he can see down below, and there's a man. Like I mentioned before, he's wearing light armor. He's got a sword. He's using his sword like a chisel, trying to break through just the bottom of the ship.
Am I already in a barrel?
Only if you want to be.
Is there any metal objects I can use around here? Or hard objects?
It's a storage on a slave ship. I'm sure there's plenty you can find.
I'm pretty sure you can choke a bitch out with the chains around your feet.
You find a large metal spike in one corner.
There we go!
You don't want to know what it's been used for.
Oh god! Thank you.
Oh, that's me lucky boom spike.
I think that's the slave's lucky bum spike.
Okay. Enough mental images.
Those were the best mental images.
Row, or we'll put this spike on your chair.
Oh, yes, please.
Oh, God. Now I'm just thinking of the It in South Park.
Okay, so he's bursting through. Grim, you have a big spike in your hands. What are you gonna do with it?
I'm going to assist the guy who's breaking a hole in the wall.
I'm gonna roll a D100. You're not gonna know what it's for right now.
Okay.
Alright. Okay, so we're out of luck. Nice knowing everybody.
The only one survives is me. Yes.
Wow. Yeah, that was the lookout almost getting hit by some fire. I had been forgetting to do this earlier.
Oh, have random rolls to see who's getting incinerated.
Yes. I knew I was forgetting something.
Weather check!
No, it's not a weather check.
It's a check that's related to the to fire falling, which is kind of the weather.
It's not the weather.
It's fucked up weather, but it's weather.
Not the weather. It's
And tonight we have a 100% chance of fire falling on our heads. Back to you, Stacy.
oh God, why? Please stand by. We're having
Now to Stacy, back out in the field.
Smolder, smolder,
Okay.
smolder.
I don't.
It's just a
actually,
pile of ash saying smolder.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. That's just a pile of ash at this point.
Oh
We seem to be
God, I'm
having
just imagining it looking like Pizza the Hut.
now Ollie with the weather. It gonna burn.
Oh yeah.
Repent, sinners, for the end is
It
nigh.
gonna burn! Thank you, Ollie.
It gonna rain.
It gonna rain fire on you bitches! Thank you, Ollie.
Okay.
Alright, so, Alright, what does happen to the poor lookout?
Okay.
Well, he said almost getting hit with fire, so I have a feeling that he didn't.
It landed between his legs, and he feels really lucky it didn't get a little bit higher. Now I'm gonna
You
go
guys
back.
might want to start getting on that lifeboat.
I'm gonna go back to the people on, well, under the lifeboat.
Uh-oh.
I want you guys to make athletics checks for me.
Crap.
Crap.
Okay, where is it?
I love that unison crap!
The kid got an 18.
That's pretty good.
Fives.
The kid is stronger than all of you.
Well, actually,
Well,
that's
we
his
just got
modifier.
bad rolls.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
true.
the modifier is who's strongest. It's more
Actually,
of
the
a
thing
luck.
is, the kid is still stronger than you, Vaughn.
So is a flower.
At least the kid has a 10. So
Well, he's a kid. He might have a +2 to dex and -2 to strength because he's little.
I don't think it works that way in 4E.
It
I
might.
don't, we don't
Grim,
know.
no tears now.
A baby doesn't pop out of the womb with an 18 in strength.
A baby isn't strong in the first place.
So no, he's kind of holding his own with the crew members. You guys are kind of struggling to keep up with all those strong men
Yes, yes. Exactly.
who you are not going to rape and kill.
She has never raped and killed anyone in her life.
Is
So-
kill and eat acceptable?
Just so you know.
She has
Nom 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 dwarf.
she has never raped and killed anyone yet.
By the way, everyone on this except for maybe that one guy at the back just looks like a human to me.
Looks like a human.
Yeah.
The first mate is a dwarf. The dude by the mast, Rothander Kath.
Sander Cass.
Yes, that's.
See,
a long
actually,
ass name.
he's the one that he's one of the ones I would think would be a human. I was thinking you were talking about the guy with the white beard.
He's a human.
He looks more like a dwarf to me, especially with the beard.
You're racist.
Or
Yeah,
Sander
great.
Cath has a pretty pathetic beard for a dwarf.
Fucking racist, man.
Oh, he's keeping it nice and trim. Not every dwarf has to be freaking Gimli, son of Gloin.
Anyways,
Yeah. So this motherfucker gonna burn. The slaves are getting out through the bottom. Grim, I guess with the metal spike you were helping.
bust down the
I'm just
wall.
gonna
Yeah.
I'm just gonna tell you his name, Ricard.
Okay, so he's helping out with that.
All right, so
Work.
you can go ahead and make a strength test, or an attack roll, whatever, however you want to do it.
Either one works.
Roll a 1. There are
Wow.
too many ones in this game. Way too many ones.
Well, we're getting them out of the way.
Well, our roles in the combat are going to be amazing.
Oh yeah.
All right, so
I probably have higher strength than most of the people in this game.
you
And
sort
I
of
s-
hit away from the burnt portion that he was working on, and you managed to put a little bit of a scratch in it, but not enough to actually work through it. And he just sort of nods closer to where he's stabbing his sword at. He's like, "Over here, the fire's weakened it."
Try again.
Yeah, you can if you want.
There we go.
There you
That's better.
That's much better. Stop doing what
it's
you're doing.
hitting the stub right there.
I'm gonna punch you in the dick.
It's too bad I don't have an actual weapon because this is improvised, and I doubt that. Actually, does an improvised give you a +2 bonus?
I don't think so.
No. Okay.
I don't think there's any proficiency bonus for an improvised weapon. And even
Yeah,
if you
it doesn't
if there was
surprise
one-
me. That one doesn't surprise me.
Alright, so, he's punching through this shit.
All right, and water actually has begun to just like seep in. It's up to like your heels now, which means it's up to like his shins.
Yeah, I have a bit more. I have a bit more room to breathe than this guy does.
Alright, so...
Wait, does
he's
this guy
going-
not have like a spare weapon or something I can just take?
It only looks like he has the longsword on him. If he has anything else, it's hidden.
Yeah, and,
Yeah,
I
I
have
think
my
he-
bum spike.
You have your lucky bum spike.
Not to sound like an asshole or anything, but you honestly think he's gonna give you a weapon? You're a slave.
This is
He's
also
already
true.
he's already set me free, and I probably have 2 feet on him. I
Doesn't
think I'm
matter.
dangerous enough as is.
Yeah, and why give you a weapon to make you any more dangerous? Plus, you've been known to eat and kill people. You're a dirty knoll. Remember?
Yeah, and we're on a ship with dirty dwarves.
I'll have you know, we take a bath once a month whether we need it or not.
Alright, enough of that.
Sometimes
but-
just once a year.
All right,
That's
now
just
captain-
smelly over there.
The
Why-
captain is yelling for everyone to get onto the lifeboat.
Okay, so I'm gonna help people get on the lifeboat, and once everybody else is on the lifeboat, I get in last.
Thing I'm kind of wondering is how are these barrels not just going to be set on fire?
Because they're awesome.
'Cause
Those
they're
ones you're
closer to
taking
the
a little
water.
more of a chance with. Those aren't really protected.
That's what I figured.
However, I need to have another D100.
Well, with a barrel in the water, if you move it right, it can get all wet, and that'll make it not burn as easily.
And barrels are pretty much made to not let things leak out, so...
Yep.
So that would also include leaking in.
Yep. Because you don't want that smelling manure pile that's growing right next to your wine storage getting into the wine.
That's for sure.
Alright, so,
Alright.
guys, you know when rain is falling, and every once in a while there's that one stray raindrop that just hits you in the eye?
Uh
That happened to Rathanderkath.
oh.
So the first mate is
Well,
missing.
he's got an eye patch now.
Is he dead? Is he dead,
No.
or is he just
He
squirming
is
on
not
the
dead.
ground?
He is in incredible pain, and he
Alright.
just struggles over onto the lifeboat.
If I could see this, I would be laughing my ass off right now.
Okay, I run over to help him out as I apply some healing love to him.
Healing love.
There we go. 12.
Okay. You managed to help alleviate some of the pain on the wound.
Here, let me
he's-
pour some salt water into that.
It's still obviously not very pleasant, because, you know, fire in his eye.
Yeah.
I don't want to do this, but I'm probably not gonna need some help on this one. I'm gonna use a healing word on him.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering why you weren't doing that.
I didn't want to use it because it's twice an encounter, and I don't know if I'm gonna rest after this.
Oh, you're not going to be resting for probably the next day, because you're probably going to be swimming.
Alright,
Well,
so
we
I
haven't
do a
technically
healing.
gotten an encounter. This is just...
Well, encounter powers just basically means until you get a short rest, which... what
Well,
was
no
the
initiative has
qualifications?
been rolled yet.
Alright.
Yes,
alright.
but you're not resting right now, are you? If you use an encounter power and you don't have rest in between, then you don't get the... Then it doesn't count as a new thing. That's exactly
but
what the
encounters-
encounters mean.
Yeah, an
What- is
encounter
this
power
a non-
recharges after a short rest.
So this
Encounter
is
is once
non-combat
per short
encounter.
rest. Daily is once per extended rest.
So this is a non-combat encounter then.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so I'm going to put some.
This actually, even though I haven't said anything about it, has been a skill challenge.
Oh, nice.
Even though we've hardly been using skills.
And we've been failing miserably.
It's low complexity, which actually is a good thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna use a healing.
Roll in athletics to walk across the deck.
Okay, I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna use my healing word to heal his eye. He gets a surge and a D6. Want me to roll the D6, or is it fine just doing the surge thing right now?
That's fine for now, because that should put him back at full mostly. The magical healing, though, in 4th edition, I don't think it would return a lost limb like that, would it? Or lost body piece, body part.
No, he still lost his eye, but the pain is not as horrifying.
Yeah, it's probably less pain and less likely to get infected. Like,
Yeah.
it's still going to be scarred up to hell, but it's not like an open searing wound.
Yeah, I
This is
pretty much
true.
put some bandages on it and then set a healing word on top of it so it didn't get infected and all that other stuff.
And he's going
Right.
to be in the ocean for for at least 12 hours more than likely. So he's probably going to get some salt water in his eye.
Yeah, not going to be very fun. Now, the captain is staying on the ship, because as we all know, a good captain goes down with the ship. He's
I
going
don't
down
want
with
to
his
be a
dirty
good captain.
whore. He's going down with his dirty whore.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah.
Gotcha. I salute the captain as I take my morning star and bash in the wrenches that loosen it.
Alright, and the boat just falls down, hits the water with a Sounded
I'm
like.
assuming me and the other guy got in a barrel already.
Well, just 1 second. Just one last strength test down there to see how it goes. And actually, I hadn't rolled any for him, so there we go.
Oh boy.
Oh, I rolled pretty nicely too.
There's all where our good rolls are going.
Okay, that's. You manage to just break off several boards, and water comes rushing in, and you have to struggle almost even to get back into one of the barrels. So I'm going to have you and him both make athletics tests. And I'm not going to include his bonuses in this so that you can't see them, obviously.
At least my hide armor's not giving me a -1 at the moment.
Right? Alright. So he just sort of pulls his over to where the hole is and throws it out, and at the same time like jumps into it. So like he puts the back end of the barrel towards the hole and then gets inside, and with the momentum pushes it out of the ship. 'Cause he's gonna make
So
sure
he
gets
just
out of
threw
the
it
ship.
out and did a badass backflip into the barrel.
He's gonna make sure he gets out of this shit.
At least for me, I'm a bit higher up, so I have a little bit more weight keeping me grounded. Are you guys still there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. There we go.
Why is... God damn it. I was actually changing to Do Not Disturb, and then a call came up. So since the call was in front of the Do Not Disturb box, it wasn't allowing me to decline the call to push the Do Not Disturb.
Nice.
So Skype was keeping me from using Skype.
Anyway, the lifeboat that the rest of you are on now, you flip over, are now defended against the fire, and athletic checks.
All right.
I'm gonna do 1 for all of the NPCs because otherwise I'm gonna do like a ton.
Oh, for them. Right.
Well, actually, you guys go ahead and do 1 too. I'll get 1 for the.
Damn it!
Okay, well, Nick, you told me how his barrel went, but you didn't say anything about me.
See, what did you get again? It was
12.
Yes, 12. All right. You try to follow in suit, and
But you're an
You
old. It doesn't
manage?
fit.
you manage, but a lot less fluid than he did. Like he sort of does stupid shit all the time or something.
You try to look awesome.
I don't care how awesome it looks, as long as I'm not drowning or being set on fire.
We'll see. We will see. Alright, so 16 there was the Swabby kid. So, got lucky again, since you got 7 and 5. And on the other boat, I think you guys are good.
There
Okay.
are other people on the ship with the other lifeboat with them too, right? Just like unnamed NPCs, aren't there?
Yeah, but they're doing 4. I'm just winning